Hi guys, good morning to everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Bhaskar.
Yes, Bhaskar.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So we are going to discuss about what Spring Data JPA. So yesterday we completed about the discussion, kind of a theory session, right? What is Spring Data JPA? Why we need data JPA? And how many types of repositories are available? Okay, how to create your own repository? Okay, what are the methods are available? Okay, so these kind of activities yesterday we gone through. So today let me do the live coding for about the database operations. Then we'll start some other topic. Okay. So what we can do. Guys. Okay. It's kind of a, we'll see what are the operations you are seeing. Just we can discuss today. I can say as a database operations. Okay, in the CRUD repository, what are the methods are available? Quickly, can you help me? What are the methods are available?
Save all.
Save all. Okay. Find by ID.
Find by ID.
Okay.
Find all.
Find all. Yes.
Delete.
Count query. Yes. Delete.
Delete by ID.
Delete by ID.
Delete all.
Delete all. Delete all. Okay. Now we'll discuss these all operations. I will give some couple of methods to you for assignment. Okay. Now have a look here. Now let me open the workspace, your workspace. Okay. So what we can do, yesterday we created this project previously, right? Now what I'm doing, let me create a new, okay, we'll clone this project. Okay. Now what we can do, right click, copy. Again, we need to give all dependencies and everything we need to add, right? So that's why I'm taking the same code, 08 I'm taking. Now let me make it as a database operations, like a database hyphen like that. Otherwise you can use as a CRUD repo. Just I'm taking as a CRUD repo. Data JPA CRUD repo. Okay, let me take the copy. Guys, one point, whenever you are cloning existing project, okay, always make sure try to change, okay, always try to change your artifact ID in the pom.xml file. Else, whenever you are uploading same folder in another workspace, okay, there is a conflict will happen for you. Okay, just copy, go to your pom.xml, group ID and artifact we have, right? There we need to change in the real time. Okay, all project names, package names should be lowercase letters, guys. Please remember this point. Okay, we should not use any capital case letters. Always we should use the lowercase letters. Okay, project name and package names should write in lowercase letters. Okay, in our okay, as part of our training, to make it very clear for you, we are writing the numbering and we are writing. So maybe in the real time you will see kind of a lowercase letters. Okay, now so this is the artifact. Just now I changed, and even let me change to the name also. Okay, let me do that. It's done. Now, first step, what we need to do in application and properties, we need to write database operations. Now, already we have a database connection, URL, username, and password. What is the need of DDL-auto?
Data definition language.
Oh, okay. I mean to say here. I mean to say
it will
here. Yeah, update.
It will not create. It will not create a table. It will update the table.
Okay, if suppose a table itself not available in the DB, if I use the update command, what happens?
It will create. If the table not have, it will create.
Exactly. If already available, just it will be update. Data definition is correct. It's kind of a create, alter, is all part of DDL. Okay, DML means like very well, you know, a manipulation, insert operation, these kind of things you will get it, right? Now have a look here. Now let me create a new model class. Okay, new model class. And one more point here I want to say about the package structure. Package structure I want to explain to you guys. Okay, in the real time, whenever you are writing any project, you should follow some package structure. See, com.java express. This is your base package. Hope everyone is well aware about that one. Okay, to scan this one, which annotation is useful, guys? Which annotation is available to scan all your packages?
Component scan.
Exactly. At the rate component scan, it will be scanned from base package to the sub packages. Now, see, this is your base package. Whenever you are writing your model classes, always, okay, you will follow some kind of structure as a models, or okay, now we can call as a another package. Okay, it's depend on company based on who is writing entities. The name will be a same, guys. Either you can use the models, either you can use the entities, or still we have some other names we have, guys. Now you can take as a com dot, yes, exact. Pojos will not use. Why? Because we are all part of the Spring Beans, right? Pojo means completely name will be a different. Okay.
DAOs.
Yes, not DAO, DTO, data transfer object.
Okay.
DAO means it's kind of a database logic you are writing. DTO means okay, data transfer object. Okay, in some couple of projects, in these classes, database related okay model classes you will have. Sometimes same model classes will available in another package without any annotations. Okay, you can make it as a request. That means all your request objects will be available under this package. As a user, whenever he is giving a input, we will not expose the ID, date, date columns. What are the required attributes? Those classes only we will be keeping the request object. Okay. Now, here also we can take as a okay input objects. We will be keeping. Now, after okay successful completion of operation, you will be sent as a response. Sometimes if you want to create your own response, you will have a response package also will available. Response package is kind of okay output objects. Output objects. These two packages are completely optional, or it's kind of who is writing the programming, they can think about that these two things. Okay, that is based on the requirement you can write under these packages. Okay, now this is all part of your mainly model classes. If you want to write a database operations, com.java express dot, from Spring Boot onwards, people used to follow as a okay repositories. Previously, they supposed to write, they are writing in this way, com.java express dot DAO, database operations. You will be writing in this structure. Repositories you can talk, or DAO you can talk. Okay, and still guys, here you can use a another package. Okay, we can use it as a com.java express dot common. Couple of people, some common related model classes, they can keep under common package also. This is a different names are available. End of the day, your model classes only. This is completely about model classes. This is for the database operations. Once we start the RESTful services, to write your business logic, you will be write about service.services to write it your business logic. Here, which annotation I will apply, guys?
At the rate service.
Exactly. At the rate service annotation will be applied to write about the business logic. To write about your business logic. In the DAO, here we will be applied at the rate repository annotation. Here, is it mandatory or is it optional?
Mandatory.
Is it mandatory? Yesterday we gone through small example. Not yesterday.
It's optional actually.
Exactly. It is a optional. Okay, the recommended way you can keep it as optional or mandatory, doesn't matter. Why? Because through inheritance anyway you are getting this annotation, so still it is a optional. Okay, now to want to write your request, whenever you are sending a request, it needs to accept, right? Maybe you can send a request from the UI, or you can send from the postman, either you can send from the API, anyway you can write. To maintain that kind of a request, you need to write about the controllers. To the controllers, here you will be apply @controller annotation. Okay, and here you can use another package name also, or you can write or com.javaexpress.apis. This is another name where some couple of people they used to follow APIs instead of the controllers. Or we have another name also, guys. Okay, now let me write another package name, com.javaexpress.resources. So these three packages you can able to see inside your project. They can write on controller, APIs, or resources. Here you will be apply @REST controller if you are writing a distributed component. Okay, if you are writing any MVC based application, then you can write @controller annotation. These two annotations are applicable under these three packages, either one package. This is to write your request and response handling will be happen in these layers. Here to write your business logic. Here you will write database logic. Now here which annotation you will be apply. Okay, here you can apply. Let me make it down here. Here you can make a apply, probably you can able to see @entity. Why? Because you need to map your model classes with your database object relational mapping. Most probably we will be right here JPA annotations. I mean, whatever you are doing, Hibernate mappings, 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to 1, those all the things you supposed to write under models or entity under these packages. Okay, as of now, are you guys clear about the package structure? Still, we have a few more packages also. Later on time, I will be discussed. Now, right now, these packages are more than enough. Okay, now let me open the workspace. Yeah, now here let me create the model. Just I'm creating the user class. Okay, let me finish it here. Just I want to apply a couple of fields I will be create. I want to store the data into the database. Right now, not yet started the RESTful services. So this is still kind of a standalone application only. Here from the main method, we will write our logic. Okay, now let me create the model class. In the model classes, which annotation is the mandatory? JPA annotations.
@entity.
@entity. Okay. If you write @entity immediately, what is the next variable name?
@ID.
@ID. It means okay, it is a primary key. Okay. @ID annotation. Okay. If you want to make a auto generated value, which strategy I need to apply here? Which strategy I need to apply? If I apply the auto, what will happen?
It will auto increment.
It will be auto increment. If I use the identity, then
Sunday, Monday,
guys, please mute yourself.
Accept duplicate values.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Girish, please. Yeah. Others, please speak up. No issues. If I use the auto, what will happen internally? Which table it will create in the backend? Ramesh, Sambit, please go ahead.
It will create sequence.
It will be create a Hibernate sequence. One table it will be create. If you don't want a Hibernate sequence table, then you can use identity you need to apply. Okay, now let me create some couple of fields. Okay, private string username is required, private string password. Okay, and let me share you the private string email ID. As of now, I want to store some couple of information to work with your database operations. Once we start the RESTful, then we'll create some couple of mappings and will be apply those kind of scenarios. Okay, this is completely a straightforward a model class, guys. Okay, now you can take username, password, email ID, and you can take as a private integer age. Let me take some age value also. Just I want to know user information. Basically, you can take a date and you can convert into the age. As of now, this is fine. Yes. Now here first you need to generate the setter methods and getter methods. Okay, either you can do manually to generate your setter methods and getter methods, but I want to use the Lombok plugin. Okay, guys, have you done about the Lombok plugin? Have you configured in your system or not yet? Anyone?
Yes, Pastor, it's done.
You already configured, right? That Lombok plugin video is available in the YouTube, guys. If not, please ping in the group. I can share you one more time the link who are not editor. Okay. Now what I can do, if I add directly in my system, I will get crash will be happen. So let me take it from a different workspace. Just a minute. Okay, it is taking the time. That's fine. Wait a minute. Okay. Here just you can take as a just a type as a Lombok jar, Lombok Maven dependency. Click on the Maven project Lombok. Now this is the dependency. Just copy. Let me copy and go to my application. Go to your com.xml and just add it my structure. Okay, if these are the lines are available, if you want to make the format of this document, what is the shortcut? Anyone?
Control-Shift-F.
Control C.
Just you can select first of all, use Control-I. That's it. It will be format automatically this document. Shortcut will be the Control-I, guys. Okay. Control+I. You can format the document. Okay. Now see, it is taking the version you need to provide. I will be take care. So just it is a duplicate managed version. It is saying else just you can remove the version also not required. Just you need to maintain your group ID and artifact ID. Once you added, immediately it will generate a setter and getter methods. Just you need to apply some couple of annotations. Okay. Now in yesterday's session already we discussed here. Just let me make @ just you can use as a setter method. It will be generate the setter methods @getter method. It will be generate your getter methods. That's it. If you need a constructor, just you can apply for the no args constructor. Just you can use the no args constructor. You can take also. Okay, it's a kind of a default constructor. Now I want to apply builder design pattern. Which annotation I need to apply, guys? Yesterday already annotations we discussed, right? To create kind of a normal way of coding, user u equal to new user. The way of coding, this is a kind of a traditional programming. Now if you want to write to implement it internally, if you use as a builder, it will be followed as a builder design pattern. Now in that case you should not write this constructor. Let me remove builder design pattern. Okay, now have a look here. Now your model class is ready. Okay, if you want to customize some kind of email username, I want to store users different name. In that case, how to customize my username? Which annotation I need to apply?
@ table.
@ column. If you want to change table, then on top of your model class you need to apply. Okay, just here you can keep is equal to just name. Suppose a name equal to just you want to apply the unit. Yes, I want to follow is a uniqueness for this particular column. Then just you can make it as a unique equal to true. Then it will be create a unique key constraint at the runtime for this username. Maybe okay, username. Then it should not be a nullable. You should not follow as a null values. You should not store. Now I'm giving same conditions for the email ID also. Password, I should not keep anything. They can use any kind of password. Okay, let me make it as a email_ID. And one more best practice, whenever you are creating email ID, internally the column name will be changed into email_ID. All letters should be a capital case letters. It will be converting internally. Okay, this is also unique equal to true. Now username and email ID, I'm following some couple of constraints. Okay, now your model class is ready. What is the next step? What I need to create? Yes,
Repository class.
repository we need to create. Now let me go to click on a interface. Just you can do say always your prefix should be your model class and suffix will be your repository. This is the standard way of writing user repository. Okay, just to finish. This is a interface. Now let me extend the CRUD repository. Here two parameters it will be asked. The first parameter will be your entity class and second parameter will be a primary key. Instead of the primary integer data type, still what I can pass?
Serializable.
Serializable also you can pass. Now your user repository is ready. Now let me go to, now user class is ready, user repository class is ready. Let me go to application.java. Now I am removing the previous code. Now just have a look here. Now what I can do, I want to write some piece of code here. Just have a look here. Now I have user u equals to new user. Now you can able to create a object here. Now let me show you Java Express model. Now this is a kind of C. Default constructor is not available. By default it is expecting a builder design pattern. Now see here how I can perform the design pattern here. Now just you can use here user, okay, dot, there is a builder option is available. Now here using this pattern you can able to provide your username. What is my username? Just you can provide like a Java Express. Now let me provide the password. Now just admin123 and just this is a kind of a pattern. Okay, a lot of companies are following this as the structure. To make it object creation, they are using builder design pattern. Okay, now here dot email ID. Now what is our email ID? Let me choose Java Express channel @gmail.com. Okay, now dot age. Now you can keep any age, some kind of a 45, assume that. Okay, now dot end of the method, just you can use the build method. Now your object is ready. Now this is the way of construction of your object. Assume that age field is a optional, assume that, then you can remove this one, then there is no issues here. Then age default value will be stored in the database. Either can be a default value or it's a null value, it will be stored. Now username, password, email ID. Now your object construction is ready now. Okay, now you want to store in the DB. Now here you need to use which repository? I need to use the user repository here. User repository. Now user repository. Just copy and just you can store your data. Save method. Just you can pass direct your information. Now let me run this application. Here update operation is available. Show SQL is available. Format SQL is also available. Now let me run this application. Run as now Spring Boot application. Let it be run. See here, now user table is created. See, alter table user, all index. See, now your record is inserted into the DB here. Now I want to insert few more records also. Now let me store. Now see, if you observe here, this is a static method. Now this is a non-static method. You directly, if you use this user repository into a static method, it will not work. In static area, you can access only static context only. In that case, you need to create the application context and then you need to write. Now this is for the let me write some few more things. Let me use some kind of a Girish. Okay, now here let me make it as a admin, and here let me choose as a girish@gmail.com. Now I want to provide the age. Let me give some kind of a 28. Okay, now let me run this application. Okay, by that time let me open my workbench. If it is supporting, it may take a time to open in my system. Now just a minute. Like we already installed the workbench, right? MySQL workbench. Just open here. You can able to verify the data in the backend whether the record is inserted or not. Let me open. It's taking the time. By that time, now you are inserted the data into the database. Now what I can do, I want to move this method into a kind of a refactored into the method. Now see here, choose these complete lines of code, right click, okay, and there is a refactor is available. Now here extract method, just click on extract method here. Now here you can choose as a save user info. Okay, now if you want to generate method comment, click OK. That's it. Now see here, as of now, one method is created. In the comment section, you can write okay, below method. You can write a to create new record in DB, just to get some kind of info. What is the responsibility of this particular method? Okay, now I want to comment it here. Now I want to see, okay, how many number of records are available in the DB. Okay, what is the method I need to use, guys? Tell me, what is the method? I want to see how many number of records are available. Count, right? Let me open my workspace here. It is opening now. Okay, yes. 15-dev. Now right click, refresh. Now we have a user table is available. Let me choose it to here. See, now 2 records are available in the DB. Now let me minimize. Now see here, now user repository, okay, .count method is available. This is a direct step you can able to see. Okay, now it is a data type will be this count return type. What is the return type? Long return type. Now if you want a shortcut directly, return type should become automatically. What is the shortcut you need to use?
Control 1.
Exactly, control 1 you need to use. Sometimes in couple of methods you may not able to guess your return type. In that case it will be very useful, okay, to get the shortcut count. Now here you can write system.out.println, okay, number, okay, total number of records in DB. Now just you can append count. Okay, now verify here, right click, run as Spring Boot application. Okay, now where are we? See total number of records in DB is equal to 2. Now is it the right approach to print your log statement using SOP in the real time? No, we should be use about a logging framework. Okay, now already we are using the Lombok plugin. So this Lombok plugin is providing one annotation @SLF4J. If you use this plugin, automatically your logging framework is enabled in your application. Now see here, instead of system.out.println, just you can use about the log.info. That's it. Total number of records are available. And whenever you are printing the logs, we should not use the plus the recommended way. Now just you can use the comma, and here you are passing multiple variables. Now just you can use a curly bracket open and close. That means this curly bracket open close represents this count variable. Assume that you have another variable. Now you can use it like this, and you can pass the parameters like this also. Okay, right now we'll see those scenarios we will get in the future. Just have a look here. Now let me run this application. This SLF4J is providing your Lombok guys. Okay, now just observe here. Let me right click. Now are able to see here total number of records in DB is equal to 2. Are you guys clear about this one log statement?
Yes, Pastor.
Okay, now let me use which plugin. Now this is about SLF4J. Now you can use all log statements like info, error, debug, and so on. Okay, this is providing by whom, and provided by Lombok plugin. Lombok plugin. Okay, next. This is the part is completed. Now same structure. Now let me right click, use refactor extract method. Now here you can say fetch, okay, user count. Now if you don't want a method comment, remove here and click OK. That's it. Now let me comment it to here. Next, 2 methods we created. Now still later on time, this whole code will be supposed to write in your service layer. Right now we are creating standalone. You should be comfortable to write database operations. Once you are comfortable, if we start the RESTful, the concept will be very, very easy for you. In data JPA, we have so many concepts like a Spring DSL, custom queries, lot of things we have also. As part of our sessions, we will be discuss all the things. Don't worry. Okay. Now, I want to fetch a single record in the DB. That means if right now I have 2 records. I want to retrieve the first record information here. Okay. Now, which method I need to use?
Find by ID.
Exactly. Find by ID. If you see here, we have a find all method. Find all by ID. Find by ID. ID represents your primary key data type. Suppose maybe another guy can ask, hey, I want to retrieve based on email ID. How to do? Those kind of things you will be seeing in the Spring DSL. By default, Spring Data JPA is providing primary key related methods and as well as common CRUD operations also. Now let me use the find by ID. Let me choose the 1. Okay. Now semicolon. Now let me get the return type. Now by default, by default, it is following. See here, optional. This is one of the Java 8 feature to avoid the null conditions or null values. They are come up with a optional here. Previously, how you supposed to write? This is the way. Now see here, guys. This is the way of writing previously. User equal to you. If user, let me write it here. If user not equal to null, in this way you supposed to write. Am I true or not?
Yes, true.
Yes.
Still we are writing this way of coding, but in data JPA they are following minimum Java 8. It is a functionality. Now they are introducing as a optional keyword. Now why we need this optional? Have a look here. Okay. Now let me change to the optional value. Just optional user. Okay. Now name itself, it is saying that this is a kind of a Boolean return type. Is present. If record is available, then fetch the data. Else you can throw some kind of exception. If record is not available, now log dot error. You can say log dot error. Okay. Record not available in DB. Just you want to throw available in the DB. Just you can provide the ID also. Just you can provide as a 1. That's it. Let me make it just record is not available in the DB. In database, if it is available, sorry, record not available in DB. That's it. Okay. Now, if record is available, how to retrieve the data? Just we have an option called optional user dot. There is a method, is a get method is available. If you use the get method, then you will get as a user object. Now I can say DB user. Now this method you can able to print system.out.println DB user. That's it, done. This is the way of writing the code. Are you guys able to understand this piece of code? Shall I explain one more time?
Understand.
What we are doing, find by id by return type is optional user. This optional concept is introduced in the Java 8. This method is used to check whether the record is available in the DB or not. Is present method. When you click is present, see internally it is using value not equal to null. We supposed to write previously these conditions. Now that is abstracted to remove the way of writing using nulls. They are come up with a method, is present method. Okay. Now, guys, now I am in this page. I want to return back. Which shortcut you will use? Directly you will click on that link, or any other options you will. Which options in the keyboard?
Alt.
Suppose from here I'm going to another place. Like this, you are navigated to 10 files. Now I want to reverse back one by one to back. Where is my parent file? Where is your staying? I want to go back. Okay. If you want to go back, which is the shortcut you will use?
At the top of there is a symbol to go back or forward.
Is anyone is speaking? Not audible for me.
Yeah, Sandesh. So, sir, at the top of you can check that there is a logo.
Yes, ping in the chat box. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Let's ping in chat box, guys, please. A network issue or something? Oh, shit. Just give me 1 minute, guys. My audio problem then. Guys, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
You should tell me, guys, right? Okay. Okay, let me go back. Now see here. Now where are we? If I move one place to another place, if you want to go back, we have two options. In the top, there is a column option. You will see back option. What option is there?
Left.
Alt left. You can use. Now if you see Alt left arrow, see you can use go back. Now you will be go to the top. If you want to go for the right, you can use Alt right options. These options are very important as per for your coding, guys. So please try to use these skills. Alt left and Alt plus right. These two things. Okay. Left means back. Right means front. Okay. Now this piece of code is clear for everyone.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me run this application. Run as Java Spring Boot application. If record is available, you can able to retrieve. Else will say record is not available in the DB. You will get that exception. Later on time, we will be handle the exception handling. Not only the log statement, you should be handled in the real-time scenarios, right? That as part of the RESTful services, I will be discussed. See here, select statement is generated for you. See this much. There is some issue is happened. Okay. Now let me go to the method. Okay, no default constructor is available. Whenever you are writing entity classes, here the default constructor is not available, so it is throwing an exception here. Now here, let me use as a no default, no args constructor. Okay, it is throwing an exception. Okay, now what I can do, let me generate a constructor here. We'll see. Now user constructor. Now I written just a default constructor. Okay, whenever you are using the default constructor, okay, it is a throwing, okay, builder design pattern is not used. Now what I can do, okay, in that case it will not work this application. Why? Because we are writing directly with the help of the builder, right? Now what I can do, as of now, comment it this builder. Okay, let me enable the no args constructor. Yes, already I written. We'll verify here how it is behaving. Let me comment this stage. Okay. Let me run this application one more time. Now see here. Now you can able to see com.javaexpress.model.user. This is the one. Okay. Now see, whenever you are performing database operations, always you should be a default constructor should be available in your entity class. Okay. So if you use the builder design pattern, default constructor is not available. That's why I commented here. Now whenever you are making any request object, okay, we should not touch entity classes. You need to create as a dummy class, and there you can apply your builder pattern. Now suppose if you need, okay, here see, if I need, it is printing in the form of hash code. I want to print the values, then what should I do?
ToString.
ToString method. Just here we can apply at the rate ToString method is available. That just you can apply ToString method. Just let me run this application one more time. Run as the Spring Boot application. Now see, now one Java Express password, email ID, and age is equal to none. Okay. Now couple of people, if you mentioned, okay, here builder, then how I can enable this one? This is one way of writing, as I already told. Another way, just everyone knows about that one. Save user info. If you want to create your one, just you need to create your user object. That's it. User, using your setter and getter methods, you can able to write it how user dot set username. Just you can use, and user dot set password, and user dot set email ID. This is the old way of writing it. I mean to say, you supposed to write in this way. Both approaches are available. Sometimes in the interview room, they will be asked why exactly you need builder design pattern. Today, please go through that part. If not yet clear, tomorrow I will be discuss that part also. Don't worry. Clear? Now let me make bhaskar@gmail.com, and let me use as a Bhaskar and make it as a username as is equal to just Bhaskar. Just you can use the Bhaskar. Okay, lecture P Bhaskar. Just I'm using. Okay, now I want to store the data. User repository dot save method of the user information. Okay, now this is the way you need supposed to write a method. This is a new way of writing also, just to get an idea. Just I'm applying a builder design pattern for you. This is completely new. Now, yes, this method is clear for everyone.
Yeah.
Now let me refactor this code. Refactor extract method. Okay, fetch user info. Fetch user info by ID. Just by ID. Okay, now this method is clear. Now you have three methods we use now. Okay, now see here. Fetch user info by ID means what is your return type? Okay, yeah. Here, fetch. If you want to update a record in the DB, okay, first we need to get the data. If record is available, then only I need to update my record. Am I true or not?
Yes, sir.
Right now, right, you can use this method modularity. That means reusability. First you need to retrieve the data. Right now, anyway, to get a best practice for you, let me write it. First, this ID is available or not. If this ID is available, if see here, optional user dot is present. If this record is available in the DB, now first let me get the data. Optional user dot get method. Now you will get your return type as a DB user. Then what you will do? DB user dot set age. I want to update my age to 32. Assume that. Okay. Now if you see in the DB right now, age is a null value here. First the first record. Now I want to update the same thing. Now see here. Just only I updated the age. That's it. Okay. Now if you want to store the DB, now you can use the user repository dot save method and you can pass directly your database object. That's it. Done. Your job is completed here. It will be update the record. See here. Right click, run as Spring Boot application. Save method is used to store the data and as well as update the data. See here guys, your column, see update comment, update user age question mark email ID password username ID. Now just verify in the DB. See here, age is equal to 32. Which column you want to update, only you can use. Remaining columns will taken care by your data JPA in the back end. See, just I used the age only, but remaining, what are the previous values are available, same values it will be used in your database here. Now see, only age I update. Suppose you want to change the password. Now you can use dot set. You can use the password you want to change. 1 2 3 4 5. Now age I want to change to 35. That's it. Now see here, right click, run as Spring Boot application. Now see here, updated the record. Now go to the database and just see 1 2 3 4 5 password is updated here. Are you guys clear for the update method?
Bhaskar, one
Yes. Yes.
like if the optional user will not, it will not go to the if loop, right? If condition.
No, then in that case you can write the else condition. What you can do, just you can simply write record not available in DB to update. That is not available to update in DB. That's it. Now see here. Now let me use the 5 here. Now right click, run as Java. Okay, sorry. Run as Spring Boot application. If record is available, then only, else you can be able to see error. Are able to see record not available to update in the DB. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. Now this is for the updating user info. Now let me make it as a refactor, extract method. Now update user info. Why? Because tomorrow I will give an assignment. That's why I'm explaining these all database operations, guys. Okay. Now here onwards, you need to start your assignments also. Next, I want to retrieve all the records in the DB. Just you can use the user repository dot find all method here. Now here you can use about, you will get as a iterable object. Iterable object. It's kind of a collection, right? Hope everyone is aware that part. Now let me verify this iterable object. Okay, can we apply the for each? Now see here what I'm writing here. Now user system.out.println. Now just I want to print the user. Now see here. Now let me run this iterable object, run as Spring Boot application. See here, all records are displaying or not. What I done here? Anyone explain this one? What is this concept?
Lambda expression of 8, Java 8.
Exactly, lambda expression. This is the
And iterable is the
yes.
that is in
part of,
collection.
exactly. true. Exactly. This is a lambda expression. So that's why I said to learn couple of lambda expressions we will be used. So that's why. Let me verify another approach also. Let me verify for each system dot out dot. Let me verify that. Okay, let me run this application. Run as Spring Boot application. Am I getting data or not? What is this concept?
Reference, method reference.
Exactly, method references. Guys, Java 8 slowly we will be learn here also, guys. This is completely Java 8 dependent only. Couple of places, streams, lambdas, functional interfaces, you should be aware these things. Okay, now either directly another way of printing, just directly print the iterable. That's it. It will be print. Okay, direct your object information. This is another way of printing. You can use multiple ways to print your data. Now see here, data is information is printing here. Internally, this iterable toString method is overridden, so that's why you are able to see the data. That's it. This is the another approach. If you want still, you go ahead and write your iterable object and you can do those all the conditions. Okay. Now let me do surround with try catch extract method. Now here fetch all users. Okay, fetch all users method. Okay. Now first I want to delete all the records in the DB. That's it. Nothing else. Delete. You can pass user entity or you can pass primary key. Anything is fine. Now I want to delete complete records in the DB. That's it. See. Right click, run as Spring Boot up. After deleting, I want to fetch user count. Copy. I want to fetch the user count. Right click, Spring Boot application. See, user records. Now delete from user where ID, how many queries? It is 2 queries are generated. Delete query. Now see here, total number of records in DB is equal to 0. That's it. So these are the CRUD operations, minimum CRUD operations to perform with your database. Okay. Now, still how many methods I used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 methods I used completely, guys. Can you guys practice for the remaining examples? I mean, remaining methods. What are the methods are available? Use Control-O. Save method is done. Save all method. Okay. Just take a list object, add around 10 objects or 20 objects. All objects will be stored into the DB. That is the save all method. That is the one you need to do. Second, exist by ID. That means your ID is available or not in the DB. To verify that, you can use this particular part. And find all done. Find all by ID. You need to send a list of IDs to get your data. This is the method. Count is completed. Delete all method I used. And this delete functionality. Okay, this is still an optional. Can you develop save all method, find all method, these two things as assignment?
Yes.
Okay, now please complete and drop email to us. I will be verified. I need each one of you need a response from you guys. Why? Because everyone we are learning, you should do parallelly assignments also, not only just learning part.
Yes.
Okay, so today this is all about. So let me share you what are the things is required. Okay, notes I will be share you in the classroom, guys. Don't worry. Telegram group I will be share you the notes, today notes also. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? This is all about data JPA. Tomorrow may start a RESTful, else we will be start Spring DSL, data specific language, how you can perform database operation, non-primary keys, how to apply. Those all the things we'll see in the next session. Okay, so that's all today's session, guys.